Hey everyone, I'm Elige.
I'm Nitro.
I'm Shox. And Naf here.
I'm oSee, and today we're gonna go undercover on the internet and answer some of your questions.
Let's go. Why do you only use vanilla knives and you don't use any skins on your guns? I actually first started doing this in, I think it was 2015, whenever like the X-ray skin came out, and there was a guy that I played with on the team, and he had an M4A4 X-ray, and he actually had a name tag on it that said StatTrack M4A4 X-ray, and I thought that was like 10,000 IQ at the time. I also think that it was for me to like save money from buying skins because it's just like such like a huge money sink. The definition of like what I think is awesome like always changes like next week whenever something new comes out, so I kind of just did it to save my money.
Out of all the maps that are removed, which one would you like to get back in the map pool again? I would say Cache, because I have a lot of history on Cache, and back in the day like I had a lot of good individual performances, and I think I kind of like how the map is played. I feel like Cache is more like an NA map, or it was back in the day at least. That was like the stereotypes. If I had to pick another one, I would say Cobble, because it's kind of like a different texture, like the map textures, and just a different feel of the map. It reminds me of Ancient a lot, actually.
As a long-time European fan who's seen you on European teams like LDLC and G2, what's NA like comparatively? Overall, we are just like not living like exactly the same, you know? It can be like with the hours, with the schedule, with how we eat. The European side, from my experience, like are way more structured in a way. Everything like got a time that we need to deal with. In NA, it's more like general overall, I would say. It will more be about more like, oh, we should speak about that one. Okay, so let's do it.
We all love Navs Keyboard. Would it be possible if you could tell us more about it? I was really interested in getting like a new keyboard. I was using like the same one for a while, and my brother Corey kind of introduced me to his friend. His name's Kyle Curtis. Shout out to you, Kyle, so much for making my keyboard. But yeah, no, I like the way it looks and the way it sounds. I remember kind of like looking at it when I first got it, and it honestly reminded me of those original Xbox controllers you could get, where they're like blue and you can like see through them a bit. And I was just like, honestly, I kind of like it. It's like really old school for me. And I could see when I was playing, I was getting a bunch of messages about like, what's this keyboard and all that. Yeah, no, overall the keyboard's it's really nice. I like it. It's still going strong, so I'm sure you'll see it more in the future.
What has changed in your personal life now after joining a tier 1 team like Liquid? Have you bought anything new for yourself or done anything to celebrate? To be honest, no, not really. I've been saving up my money. I've been still living with my parents whenever I'm back at home. I've been celebrating with like my parents a little bit, went out to dinner when we found out that I was joining Liquid and stuff, but other than that, not really anything special.
As a member of Team Liquid since 2015, you've been part of many different lineups. How big for you are the changes for 2022, and are they the biggest ones compared to previous years? So yeah, I mean, I've been a part of like a lot of different rosters. I mean, a lot of other players just like swap teams, but I've been enjoying my time on Team Liquid as an org for a really long time, so I've never thought that like I wanted to go somewhere else. I think that the changes so far have been really, really good. Like, I feel that we're more of a team than I felt in like a couple of years. It's even giving me kind of like some 2019 vibes of like how we're working inside the game, how we're getting on the same page together. I think that Richard has brought like a lot of stuff into the team that has helped us get on the same page. I think that's just the most important thing that you can do for a team, is just making sure that everyone has like the set things that we all agree on, that we know is right. And he's been a really good leadership figure on the team, so I'm pretty excited to keep going in this year.
As a NAFFer, what is your sleep schedule? My sleep schedule, I don't know, I would say it's pretty boomerish. Like, I'm never really staying up too late anymore. I'm usually kind of going to bed around like, maybe like 11, 12-ish, waking up around 8 or 9, you know? Like, it's just pretty normal, nothing too crazy. Back in the day, I'd be pulling all-nighters, but nowadays, I can't really do that anymore. It's too much on me. To all the NAFFers out there, I'd say the ideal sleep schedule is, let's get into bed around, I don't know, let's say midnight. Let's make it appropriate, and then let's make sure we have a long, good sleep schedule. You know, people always say like, you gotta get like 6 hours, 7 hours is fine. You know what? Let's boost it up a little bit more. Let's get up like 8 or 9. We wanna be feeling good when we're getting out of bed, you know? But don't be like me back in the day when I was just like a teenager, dude. I'd be sleeping 14 to 15 hours. That's too much. Us NAFFers, we gotta be appropriate in our sleep schedule, so.
Who did you wish you played with through all versions of CounterStrike? So there's been lots of players that I've played with on CSGO, but out of everyone, I think I'd pick Joker Steve from the Source days, bring it back, throw him back the years, seeing how it was when he was a player. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Is there anything that's been introduced in Valorant that you'd like to see in CSGO? This is a hard question because I don't really know. Like, there's no like obvious answer, you know? I would say for number one, probably just adding like a rank system or like a leaderboard that's not like outside of the game. I actually really like the ability to like sell your guns, kind of like you can like just undo your buy in a way. I think in CounterStrike, whenever you misbuy, it kind of sucks because like you gotta suffer the repercussions of losing all your money, and sometimes it's like really important to make sure like you keep your economy up in CounterStrike. It's super important.
What is your favorite epic moment in-game from your career, clutch, ace, or similar play in any tournament or practice? I have plenty of favorite in-game moments, you know, from like my phase, USP, ace, like 3 smoke shots.
Timing is everything. He's it can't be real!
I had my incredible 1v4 ace clutch against Ents at the Katowice major that I remember pretty fondly.
Waiting, anticipating an alu push. He comes through the shadows! Oh, that's ineffable from NAFFLY!
I think if I had one that was like, kind of like a little bit of like a maybe big brainy play. I don't know if it necessarily worked, but it kind of looked like it. It was actually when I was on Optic and I was playing in a CS Summit, and I was in a 1 versus 2 and I was on T-side Cobble. Great map, I missed that map, bring it back now. Tired of not playing that map, I miss it so much. But I remember I was in a 1 versus 2 and I remember walking back and I'm like, how can I find a way to win this 1 versus 2 and kind of like play with the opponent? And I remember like going in, I'm like, what if I just like went into like this wall and tried to do like a fake drop noise, make them think I dropped into drop.
But there you go, the fake drop noise. And that's actually pulled Mo. He's gonna watch the window and the other guy's gonna watch E-Box. Brained on, 200 IQ play.
That's very spicy. He's gonna have a back turn on Dosia if he sees him on the statue.
So spicy.
Naff!
Sadly, I didn't end up winning the round, but I thought the idea was like really cool.
What do you feel like has been the best piece of advice from anyone in the scene that's helped you constantly? So for this question, I'm gonna have 2 people, and the first one is Jared Tendler, which was our sports psychologist for a really long time. He really like helped me deal with like my mental game, dealing with like my A, B, and C game, defining like the ranges of my game, and I think that he helped me a lot with like managing my tilts and like how to actually get to the root of the problem. For step 2 of that, I'm gonna say Chang. He's our new sports psychologist, where Jared was helping me more on like the backside of like my tilts and stuff. And I think Chang has been helping me more with the front side of leadership qualities. I'm a completely different player now compared to 2017, 18 when I was working with Jared. And there's gonna be different problems and the mental game changes throughout like that time. There's just been a lot of things that they've been helping me with.
As a player of another language, how does Shox feel about the new environment? Does he encounter any problems in the English communication team? Talking about the environment itself, I would say like I'm feeling pretty comfortable, honestly. Everything like in the team, or even like in Liquid overall, had been like giving me like an overwhelming welcome. I'm definitely feeling that I'm being a part of the Liquid family, and it does feel really good. I'm actually trying to make my brains work, so I'm trying to find like English word and not the French one. So I'm trying to make my brain like think English.
Hair tutorial. I don't have any hair tutorials that I can tell you about because I don't do any. I just wake up, shower, shampoo my hair every other day here and there, and there it is, I'm done.
At what point in your career did you realize that you had what it took to make this a full-time job, and before you were making money from playing, how supportive were your parents? When I joined Singularity and we finally got like a team house and everything, that's when I finally realized like this was something I really wanted to do. We didn't perform the best, but every loss, like I just got more motivation to become better and better. My dad has almost always been supportive of me, but my mom was a little bit harder to convince. She used to be kind of like against me playing a lot of video games and stuff. When I started going to like these small tournaments and LANs, she realized that It was something that I really wanted to do and something that I could actually pursue and make a career out of. Now both of them are my biggest supporters. They always watch all my matches and they're keeping up with other teams as well and the whole scene. Like they'll text me and be like, hey, did you see this or did you see that? And I'll be like, no, I didn't even realize, like, or didn't see that on HLTV or Twitter. So yeah, they're like super involved in the CS community now, which is really cool to see.
What's your favorite character though playing ARAMs? Honestly, I just discovered ARAMs like 1 week ago or 2 weeks ago, something like that. I'm pretty noob at League. Overall, I would say tank or support is my go-to. I trying to carry, but since like I'm pretty noob at the game, like I don't even carry at all. So
If there was a NAF meal at Chick-fil-A, what would be on it? Oh boy. I haven't been to Chick-fil-A in like 3 years, so this question is kind of hurting my heart a little bit. I remember when I would get Chick-fil-A, I would just get 2 spicy chicken sandwiches with pepper jack cheese, make sure the pickles on there. Sometimes I'll throw in extra pickles, because I thought it was, oh, this is so good. And obviously you gotta get the fries so you can dip your Chick-fil-A sauce, you know, wherever you got in there. Sometimes I'll get like my Polynesian, you know, and all that. The sauces are kind of fading from my mind because it's been so long, and I want to get back in there and get some more Chick-fil-A. But yeah, and then, so that's pretty much what I do, 2 spicy chicken sandwiches, pepper jack, some fries, Chick-fil-A sauce, maybe throw in a shake if I'm really feeling it, and a lot of times I was feeling it, so. I'd go with Oreo shake, you know, just like, you know, just the normal, or, you know, maybe like vanilla. I'm a vanilla type of guy. Yeah, that's about it pretty much on that. Or else, if I go for more, I'll probably not feel so great, so.
Thanks for watching our second
Q&A.
Brought to you by Coinbase.
And we appreciate all the support and all that.
and we'll see you on to the next one.